I'm Salad, Mint Salad, and I Saw Spectre. It is directed by Sam Mendes, written by Jez Butterworth, Robert Wade, Neil Purvis, and John Logan. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This movie starts with following Bond as he gets orders from M, but not the current M, the one that died last movie. She has a video that she has assigned to 007, and 007 is going to Mexico City, and he gets attacked in Mexico City, and then he's running around. Meanwhile, we have the current M. He's like, yo, Bond, what are you doing? You can't just be doing whatever you want, and so he gets suspended. Even though he's suspended, he's still going with the orders that the previous M has sent because he feels like there's something up, even though M's like, come on, no, you can't just do that. And also we got some outside influences. We have a bunch of people trying to shut down the 007 program, or the 00 program, and then we have a bunch of people trying to shut down the 00 program and have a stop to literally everything that's happening. And James Bond is like, I don't like that idea, and I'm like, I don't like that idea, but we got a bunch of people be like, you gotta shut her down. And of course, we got James Bond. He's going along the instructions of the previous M, going against the current M. And we also got a Q and Moneypenny willing to help. We gotta protect Madeline, who is Mr. White's daughter. Mr. White, he kills himself. And we also get a nice little lead that eventually leads to Blofeld. He's starting Spectre, and it turns out that all the guys from the previous movies, all the villains, they are under Blofeld's directory. Nice. He's got eyes on everybody, including when Mr. White shot himself, and he shows that to Madeline, and Madeline's like, look her eye. And then they have a little bit of a chase, and eventually Blofeld gets arrested. That's pretty much the movie. I will say there's a lot of action within this movie. Wow, it's entirely action. I feel like a heavy third of the movie is just car chase scenes, people getting shot at. And then I probably just said the most important parts. The middle parts are kind of muddy because of the length of the movie. Although I do like the pacing, and I really do like the colors, and I like how Daniel Craig is a very active actor in this movie. He's a very stunt-heavy James Bond, in my opinion. Even though Daniel Craig, his James Bond performance, has the least amount of sexual action happening, it's not because he's not trying. Well, he's not particularly trying until he is, and then when he does try, he is very successful, but he's always trying to get down straight to business. It seems like he does not really care about the women until he's with them, and then he really cares about the women. He's really sentimental, and I feel like that's a weird change, essentially, since because he's just so sentimental, and it's such a big weakness, and it feels like you shouldn't really have attachments like this when you're in the assassin business. And of course, he has the attachments, and that causes some troubles and some conflict, which is perfect for a movie, but impractical for an actual career. James Bond only has sex with 2 women in this movie, and I like it. It's always motivated, it always fits in well with the plot, and there's always a 5-minute scene where they're making out and having sex, and the movie really wants you to know that they're having sex, which I appreciate. But also, all of the scenes in this movie are very long and drawn out. I feel like with the old style of Bond, you couldn't get movies such as this so long, so long. You can only get movies kind of what they were because of all the stuff packed into them and the lack of emotional depth. But this has a lot of emotional depth. It seems like James Bond is really getting a liking to Madeline in this film, and I really like this part of the movie where we have Blofeld's like, ha ha ha, I'm the one who's behind all of the evil plans and deeds. And I thought that was really clever. I was like, oh wow, this is so cool, he's got him. And then the rest of the movie, and also parts before that, was just kind of to me. I think it's a little bit too long. I do like Daniel Craig's performance. What do you think of Spectre? I gotta give this one. It's a solid 6.7 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another on the platform, relax at $20 Dinos, patreon.com/ASEPresents, 1 movie review per 1 month. Go to this link tree, support the daily grindiness of all the daily movies, so you're here. And until next time, in Salad Saw, seal to my sound croutons and bake a bit.